Hello viewers, welcome to Amplify Programming. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate you how you can install XAMPP, which is which is a web application development tool that comes along with Apache server, PHP, Perl, and MySQL. So it is suitable for Windows operating system. Not only for that, you have XAMPP that can be installed on different operating systems like Windows, Linux, Mac OS. So it is suitable for any type of operating system. That's why they have given the uh, terminology XAMPP. X stands for any operating system. XAMPP. So X stands for the operating system. A, Apache Tomcat server. M stands for MySQL, which can be used for creating and manipulating a database. Then P for PHP and another P for Perl. So Perl and PHP are used for writing server-side code in order to handle the database from your front end. So first, let me tell you how you can download and install XAMPP. So you can download the installer and then you can run the installer so that XAMPP gets installed in your system. So once XAMPP gets installed, you'll be getting a control panel through which you can control the operations of the Tomcat server and the MySQL. So let me share my screen. Let me start from the first. So just get into Google. So you just type XAMPP, XAMPP download for the corresponding operating system. So if your operating system is Windows, you just type Windows. Otherwise Linux or Mac. So whatever it may be. So since my operating system is Windows, I am searching for Windows operating system. So now you press the enter key. So you just click on this first link. So you'll be getting the download options for different operating systems, starting from Windows. So here they have listed 3 different versions. XAMPP with various versions of PHP. For Windows, Mac OS, and then Linux. So you can download for any of the operating system. Let me download for my operating system, this Windows. So let me choose the latest version 8.1.12. So you just click on the download button. So check whether your operating system is a 32-bit architecture or 64-bit. So my operating system is 64-bit. So I'm clicking on that. Otherwise, you just search for 32-bit version. So once if you click on this, click on the download button. So your download gets started. So you can get into the downloads tab. So can you open up the downloads again? See, now download is getting started. So let me cancel it because I've already downloaded it. It's available here. So again, I have already installed XAMPP in my system. So just you can click once you have downloaded, the download is complete. You can just click on this installer. So you just give the access for this installer to start the installation. So since I have already installed, I'm getting this error or warning. You'll be getting this screen once you click on the OK button. You just click on the next button, and then so if you look into these options, so it will tell you what are the features available or what are the tools available with XAMPP. So one is MySQL, then you have the file server FileZilla FTP, and then you have the web server Tomcat. Then mail server is attached if you want to send mail from your application. So this will be supporting. And then the programming languages. So you have PHP MyAdmin here, which is required to manipulate your database, and also it will be launching the local or it will supports your machine to act as a local server. You just click on next button, choose the location where you want to install. Or else so first let me create a new folder so that there won't be any such error like this. Let me choose D drive. So I have named the folder as exam. So now let me get here. So I think I have created an exam inside the folder 2021-22. So yes, now it's working. So choose the language in which you want to install. So by default, you just leave it as English. So now it is ready to get installed. Just click on the next button and then complete your installation. So once installation gets completed, so just get into the, you click on this search button and then search for XAMPP. So once you type XAMPP, you'll be getting this option called exam control panel. You just click on this. So this is a dashboard through which you'll be able to start and stop the Apache web server and also the MySQL database server. So you have these things installed: Apache, MySQL, FileZilla, Mercury server. So FileZilla supports file transfer between one system to another system. Mercury is mail transfer. Then Tomcat is a part of Apache. So you have to start Apache and MySQL. So just minimize it. Then go to your web browser and then just type So this particular tool is used for making your own system act as a local server or local host. So just type localhost. So once you type localhost in the in your web browser, you will be getting the you you must get this web page. Otherwise, there is some problem in your installation. So once you get this web page, then you can confirm that your installation is complete and successful. So here you will be having different menus. So from this, we will be most often dealing with the menu PHP MyAdmin, where you can create your database and then manipulate the database tables. So just click on this. So this is the PHP MyAdmin dashboard where you can create any number of databases, and then in each database you can create any number of tables. So by default it will be installed as a under a root user. So to access the database, so you need to know the user details. So once you click on this user accounts, you can get to know the types of users, who are the users, and then host name, whether any password is set here. So if you want to set password, you can click on this edit privileges and then rule changes. What are the privileges that are given? So if you get into edit privileges, so you have to grant all access to this root user. Only then the user will be able to create and edit the or do some modifications in the database. So once you click on this edit, so what are the operations that can be done by the root user? So all type of operations are allowed for the root user, including the maintaining the structure of the database table and then modifying the table. So all this access has been given. If you want, you can modify that. So that's just leave it as such. Then now you click on this new. At the left panel, you will be having option called new. So once you click on this new button, you'll be getting this dashboard where you can create a new database. So here you can type the name of the database. So let it be employee. So I assume that I'm going to create an employee database, employee DB. So these are the other databases that are already available here. So just click on the create button. So once you click on the create button, the newly created database will be added here. So employee. So once the database creation is successful, so inside that you have to create tables to hold the users data. So here by default, once you complete the database creation, you'll be getting the dashboard for creating a table. So give name for your table. So let me give it as personal details. Name of the table is personal details. How many number of fields the table should have? So for example, employee ID, employee name, and then age, department, address. So let me restrict with these 5 columns. So since it is a personal details, you can have additional columns like date of birth, then religion, caste, community. So like that, you can go on add any number of columns according to the details you want. So let me restrict with the 5 details alone. Then you click on the create button. So now once you click on the create button, you'll be getting this dashboard where you can add the columns. You can give name to the columns. So first column, let the first column be employee ID, EMP ID. So if you want to be as int, then you have it. Otherwise, you can have it as varchar, which is a type of string. So if you want it to be a number, then you just have it as int. Let me change it to varchar. Then what should be the length? Let me assume that if the employee belongs to a particular department, for example, sales. So SELE and then followed by the numeric value. So let me limit to 8 characters. So other things you just leave it as such. So like this, you can create the necessary fields for your database table. So I'm going to create 5 columns or 5 fields for personal details table. So varchar, let me limit to number of characters 250 for name. That is, employee name can have up to the maximum of 50 characters. So the next one is age, EMP age. Since it is a number, you can leave it as integer. And the next one is address, EMP addr. So let me have it as a string. So varchar, the size let me as 300 characters. Then department, EMP DEPT. So again, it can be varchar. So followed by the number of characters. So let it be 10. So like this, if you think that you want to add additional number of columns, you can add additional columns here. So by giving the actual number of columns here, and then if you click on the go button, then those many number of columns will be added. So now let me restrict with 5 columns alone. So just click on save. So now all these 5 columns have been created. So now as of now, there are no data in this table. So you can just insert data by executing query. So you can just just get into this insert tab. You can insert the corresponding value here. So let me have it as sale 101. Sorry, 101 as the ID. Then name as say Ramesh Kumar. Yes. Age, let it be 32. Then address, let me type a simple address here. For money, Chennai. and then department sales. So just click on the go button. So the corresponding SQL query will be shown here. So if you just click on this personal details, this table name and the left side panel, so you'll be getting the data that has been inserted into the table. So as of now, we have created one record. So each row represents one record, which again represents details of one particular employee. So now I have inserted details about one employee. So like this, we can go on, insert any number of employees details. So this is how we can create a database after installing XAMPP tool. So in the next video, I will tell you how you can manipulate this database table from your front end. So thank you for watching this video.